Oh, headset audio. Alrighty, good evening, viewers. Today we're going to be playing Gone Home. I've already tried out just a very opening, just opening a door and such to see what we're doing, but not important. We'll be starting from the beginning, and here we go. Starting a new game, yeah, overwrite. Blah, blah, blah. Loading. Do, do, do. So, the Fulbright Company presents.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
June 7th, 1995, 1:15. Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it is impossible. Please, please, don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried, I love you. Sam. Anyway, so I already checked out the little bit of the opening here, so I already know to go into the duck, fuck the duck. Crap, can't swear. We'll bleep that out if we ever edit this. Put the duck back just because, you know, it's always good to put things back where they go. Unlock the door, and this is literally what I know. Alrighty. So, creepy house, but I'm home, so let's go into, oh yeah, bathroom. I could definitely use it. No, can't take, wow, that's really loud. Alright, is there a light switch in this thing? Oh, yeah, let's just leave this on. More lights the better. And it'll let me know where I've been. Why is this? Is there a light switch? Ooh, lamp. Hey, what's this? No. Open the drawer. Open another drawer. Check the plan out. Door. Dude, is there a run button? Map. Ducking. Yeah, if there's a light, it's getting turned. Alrighty. Letter. That's a lot of stuff. Is there a way to make this easier? Settings, graphics. No? Sticky targeting. Really should have done this beforehand. They were disable interactive tests, enable head bob, show training message. So none of that's useful. Ah, overlay text. And display subtitles, yes. Ah, so much better. Dear Jan, so good to hear from you again. All this new house, blah, 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 blah. But I should be complaining about the good old split, blah, 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 blah. So now it's all done. Have Katie left her big European adventure yet? Speaking of jealous, come back, blah, blah, blah. Was that? Sound different. Oh, Cinco de Mayo. Yep, Mexico. What else have we got? Regional track and field for Katie. Alright. So apparently some sort of athletic girl who can run, but apparently not in the freaking game. I'm sure that won't be important later. least there's a dial tone. From the old neighborhood
Sam.
called. He wants to come and see the house. Come back.
Sam.
It's still weird. The only reason
Hello?
the first place is he had to marry.
Sam!
Hey, I wonder if I can call like.
Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you.
Okay, I've got to turn that down. Shit's creepy. Stop swearing.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport, so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Goodfellow High School is we. Please be sure to bring the following with you. Please remember to get plenty of sleep. Blah blah.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school. And there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
I'm in Paris. I've done many Parisine things, including the petit. I'm not French. Wearing a beret and going to have lots of. You're in the military, of course you if that's. Turn this alert. The killing of JFK. Seen the movie Discovery. Oh, that's reassuring.
Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
The dark crystal? Oh. Looks like a game console set up. So
This is a severe weather
right,
warning.
90s.
The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Cycle, or does it run the oof? Dick. Stop swearing. Run this. Yes, National Forest Manual. Run procedures. This house really needs to get some better lighting. Reproduction system worksheet. Mental site. Okay. Blah blah blah. World history. No information. Hey, depot operator. Sorry, so I really should have said so. Oh
Somehow I always
yeah.
that someday we'll be through. Now that it's
Now we know how to
happened,
go home.
I just can't believe it's true. I've done the best I could to keep from feeling blue.
Don't find me that much.
Can't get you off my mind. What am I gonna do?
Voodoo, mildew, and shamdoo.
Why, Daddy, I didn't know you were.
I'm right here looking at you, honey. If it ain't me, it's my shadow.
Do you think I sent you far away
I ain't been nowhere.
from me? I thought you'd stay away from me.
Trying to cut.
But hopelessly you got me back. You left your voodoo all around.
I left my trunk in town.
I got a need for you.
Yeah,
Thought I'd kill the craze for you.
I hear you.
I dug my heart a grave for you. Your kisses keep on haunting me.
Jesus. How? He's a failed author with a crap ton of books, but apparently he made some freaking bank. This is some bull. Must be nice. Feel less bad now that the family probably all got murdered. Because they're rich, that's a little messed up. Yeah, it kinda is. Ah, coupon savers. Maybe they are, never mind. I don't think that's really the argument we're supposed to be having right now. No, but, I mean, obviously it's a family. No reason. Boone County Telephone Directory. Throw in Boone. Light switch. Can something just pop out and murder me already, or can we get more of his crap book? Oh, JFK being assassinated, my guess. A stranger under my roof. No one best-selling advice book from Alright, so my daughter's going through some stuff. This is Sam's high school kid. There's a teenage drag queen. Read it tells about their worst moments. 90210 does anybody still care? The male gaze, how to subvert it, Sarah. Ooh, so Teen Fluff Mag. Doot. Examine paper. They say that a jack of all trades is master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. You have to be in the market for a combination LD-CD player. You'll be glad to know that Pioneer seems to share this particular... So he does reviews of some sort. I don't know, but I really would like a freaking flashlight on this place. 3-ring binder, blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure this is probably a horror game that something eventually is going to come out and slit my throat or something, but happy family. That is a disturbing smile. Alright, let's head up into the bay upstairs. It's like Betrayal in the House of Hell. And turn on the light. Great game, by the way. Betrayal in the House of Hell. Is there a light switch? There's a light switch. Bloop. Do. Huh? What do we got? Cassette case. Batmobile potty movie for Sam. Oh. Love thing, stab, cherry bomb, throwaway. Don't. Fuck it. Wait, I got an idea. Stop swearing.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
I remember Mortal Kombat. Adventure Cat. Sir, council back here. Where's our council? Huh? I don't know what's there. Yeah, that's not creepy. Racer, cup, soda. What else we got around here? Okay, brochure for college. Alright. I'll just find wherever she wrote it down eventually, I'm sure. Going to dance with anyone? Got your number? Was this some sort of... She's the first man on the run, got close to her goal, the sauna, dead mortal king of the island. Wait, what? Still in her flowing skirt and dirty jerk. Oh, okay, it's a story. I remember ones like this. Colorful and crap. Nope, 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 nope. Motorcycle. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, that's... Oh.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, "I need to fix these roots. Think you could help?" Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked into the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something,
Aww.
but I waited. And the moment was gone.
Brendan Fire, and Willie Nelson. Coasters, Crosshair. Shouldn't have given me this opportunity. That was close. That's not creepy. Sam Darkroom. Do not enter if red lights are on. Ah. Oh, cool. She does photography. Good for her. You realize that this is all made up stuff, right? Yeah, I know. That's really well done. Good work. What my JRTC? Oh, JRTC? I thought she was military orientation. I think I think I can find my way around. Rifle team, adventure training. Ghost hunters. My room. Katie's room. Mom and Dad were going to make up the gas room and see if they anymore. Oh God, don't tell me she killed herself due to some sort of lesbian scheme. Not reassuring. I thought you still for me. I'm going into the city on my own. Frankly, it's very comparative. It is only 3 years older than me, and yet I already all the way across the ocean to the continent. I'll totally stay city on my own. Like you know, since you, I also remember I have my own car now. You can't really stop me. Ah, okay. So that leaving you can't leave the house on you, but sister. So we need to figure out Sam's little password here, so let's try 1995.
Lonnie came over today.
JnJ.
Everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say...
Cigarettes?
But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
It's okay. I'm trying to think. Maybe this isn't like a nightmare horror game, but some sort of story. I don't know. I'm still waiting for something to come slit my throat in my sleep, or you know, awake. Where is our basement? Oh, that's bathroom.
Dawn County, to Kelma.
Yes. Now we're getting to the murdery parts. What do we got? A bag of chips, syrup binder. Oh wait, there's no underneath. I'd like to cordially thank you for having me to Thanksgiving holiday with your loving family. I tried the flavor pen. Ah. Dearest, I take this time to thank you and kind for being such a good... Just murder me already and make this easier. Oh, who do I do? Say? Girl Scouts band formerly known as Cub Scouts.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
This is gonna take a moment. Just hunt around for a save. Oh, look, floor plan. As usual. Yeah, we'll circle back to you. Oh, darkness, darkness. Oh, that's it? Okay. Oh, look. Well, let's try 1963. 1963. the hell is this stuff? Oh, morphine. Anesthetics. Okay. Some medical supplies. Keep your medical supplies in a safe. Morphine, yeah. Crazy shit. Morphine. So you like the drawing? Thinking of you. I don't remember which way I went. This house is huge. I wonder if they got a discount for the murders, or if they're the cause of the murder. Oh, she got accepted to college. Good.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Oh, it's that day.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
I'm now going in circles. Well, crap. Is it really just a story of learning about Sam and Lonnie's sad relationship that was... I mean, lesbian lovers and all, but it's high school. The odds of that surviving. Is there a door here? Man, this place is ridiculous. Do you exemplify management of the flintlock prescribed burn operation source nutrients conservative manufacturing. For who? Interesting.
Katie, you know how Mom and Dad are. Not exactly super open-minded about things. It feels like every minute I don't spend with Lonnie, I spend worrying about them finding out about us. And what would happen if they did?
Like that.
You know Dad's joke about the nunnery that he'd tell whenever you brought boys around the old house? I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something, but they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
This is ridiculous. Dining rooms. Are you kidding me? Are you surprised? Oh look, finally found the garage. You found a garage as even worse. Oh, I'll be long. Say the kitchen. Trust contract for it. $40 on the table.
Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it, and then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. And for some reason, I almost believed him.
Like, is this really just a game about coming home? And just learning about this person's life? Fills up above, Blizzard's house with lots of love. Ah. Didn't miss out on that one. It's always creaking in this dang old house. Oh shit. this person. Rocky marriage. Well, maybe you guys weren't such dicks to your kids and more accepting about the reality of the universe rather than trapped off in your own dang world. You wouldn't be having these issues now, would you? That's just my 2 cents. Still can't get into the attic.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like
that's cool.
when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between 2 songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Secret passage. Let's talk about the one I'm... like this one here. I found that. Yeah, it's a golden secret passage, don't even know, but...
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, "You didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl." But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Yeah, screw herd mentality. Oh yeah, I read the CODS thing. Burner. These boxes. There's prime science. Reproduction. Sex ed assignments. Big creepy freaking house with nobody home. What the heck?
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Oh, that went out pretty well.
Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
I feel like I should get in my car and go find Sam. Cause it sounds like she ran off to go do something. Well, you're supposed to be... Okay, so if I'm just staying in Sam's room, then maybe I should go and sleep in Sam. Alright, so let's go to that. Sam might be in the attic. There has to be something in the basement. Here's the Oscar room. No, no. What? Huh. Mom says something. Didn't know Mom was born. Interesting. So Oscar stuff. probably killed himself with it. Oh no, it's a psycho something. Let's push it back. Nice house and all, but I didn't see anything labeled secret room. Music room, basement, guest room, foyer, garage, what's this? Yeah. There's a dead end area. By servants' quarters. Gym room. Or is that just the hall that I was in with the safe? Yeah, just the safe room. Da, 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 da. Well, this area is definitely a secret room. Teen chair, one girl dressed as Jack Candy. Second girl dressed as Jack It's not on the freaking map. Yeah, until then, oh. So they did have to break up. Sam didn't do anything bad to herself. A non-door. Interesting. Oh, choice. And there's my phone.
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. When she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
Sad. Basement, house key, right into the basement. I think it's 3 p.m. So yeah, close so I can mess around. Alright, things up. Any doorways that I haven't explored by chance? Where's your mother?
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
So this area was blocked off because they're renovating. Is that it? So I found in they want to make the book. Hitting the thing. Oh, wait. Book, cover copy. He goes to type in, and I can't access that door. What's this read? Secret door under stairs. Midnight 5 June.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone. The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Now this is probably where things are gonna get sadder. Oh, creepy as crap. At this point it should have had me relaxed enough. What they're gonna do will be terrifying. Okay.
Katie, I'm so sorry.
Why?
That I can't be there to see you in person.
Ah.
That I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again.
Wait, did she
Someday.
kill herself?
Love, Sam.
Wait, what? No, but... Did she... Wait, did she kill herself? But what the hell just happened? This isn't a murder, it's a sad?
Oh my God. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the 3rd one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the Army and being a
thank
part
gosh.
and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we
Okay.
find somewhere
Ah,
for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
yay. This is... So not a horror game. So that's... Alright, well, I guess that's game. Wait, is somebody actually watching this? Well, I really guess that's it. I really thought I was gonna get murdered or something. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Katie, I'm so sorry
That's it.
that I can't be there to...
What?
that you'll understand why
that's
I
it?
had to do what I did.
Yeah,
And that you won't be sad,
that's game.
and you won't hate me,
Thanks for joining.
and you'll
Have
just
a nice
know
day.